Hey there YouTube. Today I'm going to show you how to install Windows 7. Although I'm using a VMware machine, virtual machine, it's still the same concept. You have to make sure that you change your BIOS so that you can boot from CD or DVD, or to find out what the keystroke is that you have to tap when you start your computer, so that it will give you a boot menu, and then you can select to boot from your DVD. Most of them are like F10, F11, F12, so just restart your computer, tap one of those keys, or look up online to see what your boot menu is, and then you can boot from your DVD first. Here you'll notice I'm getting press any key to boot. That's because there's already a Windows operating system on this particular partition that I made for this virtual machine. Now, if you didn't have, say you put a new hard drive in, it probably wouldn't ask you it. It wouldn't ask you to boot from, well, it might still ask you to boot, but chances are it would just boot into the DVD. But in this case, if you had problems with your disk, or you had a file that is messed up, this is how you would go about trying to repair it. Once this window comes up, you hit next, and then you could try to click repair now, but if you want to go ahead and just reinstall the operating system, click install. And then you'll have to click I accept the license term, click next, and then you're going to click custom advanced, and then you're going to click over here for drive options. See how this is partitioned, so we're going to click on drive options and make sure this is highlighted. If you have multiple in here, you may have a recovery partition, so you should check with your manufacturer and make sure that you don't already have an image stored on there that you can just back up. But if you just want to start fresh, you can delete all the partitions. Just click OK, and then it should say unallocated space. Once it says that for any of the partitions that you have in here, click next. But just make sure you check with your manufacturer to make sure that you don't have a recovery option. And then from this point on, you're not going to touch anything on your computer. You're going to just let this run, and when your computer restarts, don't hit enter to run from the DVD. Let it just restart on its own. Let it boot back in, and it will continue the installation. So I'm going to pause the video until this part's done. As you can see, it's still going. It's 59%. It'll take some time, so just be patient. We'll go ahead and pause the video again. Alright, I thought I would jump back in at 99% to give you an idea of what happens once this finishes the expanding Windows aspect, which any second it should be telling you that it's going to restart Windows, and you can click the restart button, but I don't. I just let it restart on its own. And I've never had any issues with just waiting. I guess at this point we probably should cue the music, right? Okay, I ended up having to pause the video because 99% seemed to take forever. So at some point here we should get an indication that the installation is going to restart. Okay, so I must be a little rusty on my Windows installation. I forgot it's going to go through the installing features and then installing updates, and then it'll probably restart. So I'm going to just pause the video until we get to that point. And this is where you'll see restarting in 10 seconds. And you can click restart now, but just let it restart on its own. And then you'll probably notice that it says press any key to boot from CD. Do not hit press any key to boot from CD. This will continue on its own. You have to do nothing. And you'll be good to go. Should be. It'll just continue the installation. At some point you might be asked to put a username in. Password if you choose. But we'll get there when it gets there. You see setting up registry settings, and then you'll go back to probably the blue screen again to finish the installation. There we go. Okay, I'm going to pause it until we get to further along. Alright, and you can see it's restarting again. It's getting ready to set up your drivers and other things for the Windows operating system. And here's where you're just going to put in your username that you'd like. Just going to put in Ed. And I'll click Next. I'm going to skip the password. I'm just going to hit Next. I'm going to use recommended settings. I'm going to click this down, this little arrow, and I'm going to go Eastern Time. Canada. And then I'm going to hit Next. And I'm just going to click Home Network. You can skip this part if you wanted to. Windows is finalizing my settings. And from this point, you guys should be pretty good. You just got to make sure your network cards and your drivers are all working. Which, I'm going to pause this for a second. And that's it. When you're done loading this, load your desktop, and then you can come in here, right click, go properties, go to device manager, and check and see if you have anything that looks like this. And then you're going to want to just update the driver, but that's about it. So just leave a message below. Sorry about the horrible video quality, and this is just one of those one and done. Record it once and get out. So it's not professional, but hopefully it helps someone. Thanks for watching.